With Elden RIng Nightreign releasing tomorrow, there is of course a ton of news and details coming out about the game. I've been seeing a lot of videos of people discussing which Nightfarers are the best and which one you should choose. And while I think it's good to find out which character you like and what best fits your playstyle, I think it neglects the fact that Nightreign is a co-op experience and is intended to be played as a team. Therefore, picking characters who complement each other can optimize your run and overall make your team more efficient. So let's make some teams. With that said, creating the perfect team is not at all necessary, and if you solo queue, you're bound to run into problems with character selection regardless. I would also like to reiterate that the game is not yet released, and none of these teams I've tested personally. They are purely based on gameplay that I've seen from other content creators, and details from what's already been revealed. Let's start with the poster boy himself. Wilder, as we all know, is an all-rounder. He's easy to use and doesn't come with really any drawbacks. He can do damage and has enough health to take a few hits for the team. Think of Wilder as a puzzle piece that can fit anywhere. No matter what the team is, he can fit. Alongside him is IronEye. He's perfect for the backline, giving support to the entire team. He can revive and do good damage from distance. Being further away from the action increases the chance of survival. This distance can also give you better visibility of the battlefield, which can give you insight that can help your team. These two alone are already a good matchup, making the third for this team pretty interchangeable. Raider seems like the obvious pick though. Using his ultimate can further support IronEye's playstyle. This gives him high ground and a damage boost. Raider is also a bit of a tank, meaning he can keep aggro, keeping IronEye out of the fray. Also, if Raider were to get overwhelmed, IronEye's ultimate can help take off the heat. This, in my opinion, is as well-rounded of a team you can get. But what if you don't want to play as these characters? What if you don't want well-roundedness? What if you want high DPS? Well, I got you. Duchess, in my opinion, has the highest chance of doing major damage. During the playtest, I would run Hook Claws with the bleed affinity. She attacks so fast that she can proc bleed with very little effort. Stacking that with the time loop ability she has would double the hits, making it even easier to proc. But that's if you're lucky enough to get a good bleed weapon on your run. Duchess is considered a glass cannon, but realistically, she has the ability to avoid damage very easily. Her sidestep, from my experience playing her, has more iframes than any other regular dodge, meaning she is completely fine on the front lines taking aggro. She also travels much further and faster with her sidestep, making it easy to get in and out when needed. This helps her become a good support character. She can go invisible and run to an ally's aid in an instant. Something else I don't see a lot of people mention is her backstep is replaced with essentially a supersonic sway. I have yet to use it effectively, but thought I'd mention it regardless. So let's say you pair her with Executor, someone else who has potential for high DPS. He can deflect attacks to lead to a large power swing that does good damage to the enemy's health and posture. This can also lead to a riposte. Now imagine time looping one of these attacks to deal even more damage. Executor also has the ultimate that lets him turn into a beast that can do major damage. This is also good for crowd clearing, just in case someone gets into a sticky situation. Now how can you maximize this damage even more? You could just add Wilder and call it a day. Maybe Raider, or even IronEye, but I think we could add Recluse to the mix. Recluse can be pretty complicated, but a good player can make her crazy good. She has a bunch of combinations of magic that have potential to do major damage. She also adds support with her ultimate, giving the others a chance to do even more damage. Playing with her on the backline, she can work essentially the same as IronEye, with constant DPS and support. Speaking of support, the best character in this category is definitely Guardian. His survivability alone can carry a team. Being able to handle mobs and defend your allies simultaneously makes him easy to put on any team. Honestly, you could replace Recluse with him in the last team, but for this team, we're going to give him a Raider. This adds unwavering strength and impenetrable defense. But what would you put behind all of that? My first thought was Revenant, because if the leaks are true, I think she fits perfect, but since they aren't official or confirmed, I don't want to throw her in there yet. Honestly, adding Duchess as someone to do a bunch of damage could fit here as well. She would also balance out the slower moving Guardian and Raider. Recluse would also be good here, but I think the chemistry between Raider and IronEye is too good to overlook. A constant DPS that's basically locked behind Fort Knox is kinda hard to pass up. But I know what you're saying, this team's really close to the first one, so let's add Executor instead of IronEye. With how much posture damage this team could do, the enemies would be glued to the ground. Executor also has a pretty strong defense, at least if you can get good with the parries, that is. You can make way more teams than this, with even more variety. These teams are obviously just the tip of the iceberg. When the game fully releases and we get hands-on with Revenant, I'm sure some of the teams the community will make are going to be absurd. Shit, you can have 3 of the same characters, so the possibilities are endless. I just wanted to show off some of my ideas. opinions. And by no means do I expect anybody to agree with me. I still don't know a whole lot about the game either. These are just the first few standout teams that I could think of. But I'd be thrilled to know what your guys' teams would look like. So tell me in the comments below. I hope you have better teams than me. I can't wait to play this game and see everyone else there. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications for more Nightreign content. I will also be streaming as soon as the game releases, so come drop by and maybe even play some runs with me. Anyways, peace out.